Secrets in the Sugarcane Fields, the tale of young Kojo in northern Clarendon. In the rolling countryside of northern Clarendon, Jamaica, life moves at its own pace. Here, young Kojo has spent his entire life working his family's land, dreaming of bigger things beyond the sugarcane fields. Raised by his mother, Miss Adina, and his strict but loving grandmother, Miss Mabel, Kojo has learned to be proud of his humble roots. Yet, he often feels like he's destined for more than the quiet, predictable life of a farmer. One sunny afternoon, as he's finishing his day's work, takes a shortcut home through a dense patch of sugar cane and accidentally stumbles upon something unusual, a small, dilapidated shack hidden behind a thicket. Intrigued, he steps inside, expecting nothing more than an abandoned storage shed. But as his eyes adjust to the dim light, he spots something remarkable: a wooden chest covered in dust and cobwebs. Inside, he finds faded stacks of foreign banknotes, expensive-looking jewelry, and, most intriguing of all, a leather-bound journal. The journal's title catches his eye: The Patterson Legacy. Kojo immediately recognizes the significance. The Patterson family has long been one of the wealthiest and most powerful families in the area, known for their successful sugar plantations and political influence. The mysterious Patterson legacy is a topic of whispered conversations around town, with rumors of dark secrets and hidden fortunes. Heart-pounding, Kojo flips through the pages, discovering entries written by someone who lived decades ago. The diary reveals hidden details of scandalous events, including a forbidden love affair between Mr. Patterson's grandfather and a young woman from a neighboring village. Even more shocking, the journal claims that a portion of the family's wealth had been intended to go to local villagers who had been wronged and exploited by Mr. Patterson's grandfather. As Kojo reads deeper, he realizes that the wealth he's discovered may rightfully belong to his community. However, he's immediately confronted with a moral dilemma. Should he keep quiet to protect himself and his family, or should he try to reveal the truth, even if it means challenging the Patterson family's power? Kojo confides in his best friend, Shanice, who has always been by his side. Shanice, smart and cautious, warns him of the dangers of going up against the Pattersons. She's heard rumors about the Patterson family's brutal retaliation against anyone who crosses them, but Kojo feels a pull that he can't ignore. "If I don't do something, it's like letting them win," he tells her. Shanice, though scared for him, decides to help. The two begin quietly gathering information about the Patterson family, speaking to older residents in the community, each of whom offers a small piece of the puzzle. They learn that the community's elders know about the missing wealth and the old love affair, but have kept silent out of fear. Kojo's grandmother, Miss Mabel, is one of the few who knew the young woman involved with Mr. Patterson's grandfather, and confirms that a promise had indeed been made to share wealth with the community. However, Miss Mabel is terrified that Kojo will expose these secrets, and begs him to leave things alone. Unable to turn away, Kojo decides to confront Mr. Patterson himself. Armed with the journal, he approaches the intimidating plantation owner. Mr. Patterson laughs off Kojo's claims at first, but as Kojo reveals the secrets within the journal, his demeanor shifts from dismissive to wary. Mr. Patterson realizes that Kojo could expose decades of family secrets, potentially toppling the Patterson name and legacy. Mr. Patterson attempts to bribe Kojo into silence, offering him a share of the hidden wealth if he keeps his mouth shut. The temptation is powerful. Kojo knows that the money could change his life, lifting his family out of poverty. But he's torn. Shanice reminds him that taking the bribe would mean betraying his values and his community, leaving everyone else in the same cycle of poverty and oppression. Kojo decides to reject Mr. Patterson's offer and instead makes a bold plan. He organizes a community meeting and bravely presents the evidence he's uncovered, reading passages from the journal aloud. He explains that the wealth Mr. Patterson's grandfather hoarded rightfully belongs to the people of northern Clarendon. The community reacts with mixed emotions. Some cheer him on, while others worry about the retaliation they might face. News of Kojo's revelations spreads, causing a stir throughout the region. Faced with a mounting public outcry, Mr. Patterson is forced to take action to preserve his reputation. Instead of retaliating with violence, as some feared, he tries to discredit Kojo by calling him a liar and a troublemaker. But Kojo's courage has already inspired many in the community. The townspeople, emboldened by his bravery, rally around him, refusing to be silenced any longer. The pressure becomes too great for Mr. Patterson, and in a stunning turn of events, he publicly announces a donation to the community, presenting it as an act of goodwill rather than an admission of guilt. Kojo realizes that this outcome, while not the complete justice he had hoped for, is a significant step toward change. The donation allows the town to fund improvements for their local school and health clinic, and a portion is shared among the neediest families. Through Kojo's journey, a powerful lesson emerges. Real change often requires courage, sacrifice, and a willingness to challenge those in power. In a world where inequality and injustice are widespread, his story reminds us that one person's courage can inspire an entire community to stand up for what is right. Kojo's story resonates deeply in today's society, underscoring the idea that integrity is more valuable than wealth, and that standing up for justice, even in the face of personal risk, can lead to meaningful and lasting change. As the video closes, people are left with Kojo's words. Sometimes, fighting for the truth feels like standing alone, but in the end, truth is the only thing worth standing for. This story of bravery, resilience, and community spirit strikes a chord with audiences, offering both a thrilling narrative and a timeless message about justice, loyalty, and the power of standing up for what's right.